Arizona Cardinals 4-13 in 2023 prompted a lot of Mr. requests to desert radio stations, but the Cards appear ready to take their broken wings and learn to fly again. The Magic 8 Ball has set their 2024 win line at 7.5. That's at least a 3-game jump. Let's go! Given they spent most of last year without Kyler Murray, it makes sense, too.
The deception and then sneaking through some cracks in the defense. God, he can fly.
Kyler, 10 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, a rating right near 90. Not bad, being he was having to knock the rust off as he went.
The shotgun snap to Kyler Murray to the end zone. Leaping up to make the catch.
Not bad, being he didn't have a true WR1 either. Problem solved. They nabbed Marvin Harrison Jr. with the 4th pick in this year's draft.
Kyler Murray is grinning from ear to ear. This is a big-time playmaker.
Pair him with tight end Trey McBride. Makes a nice young 1-2 punch. McBride led Arizona in targets and receptions. He had over 800 receiving yards.
It is caught by McBride, and it's a touchdown.
They saw Marquise Brown walk 550-plus yards, 14 games.
That was maybe the strangest touchdown I've ever seen. Hollywood Brown.
No more Rondale Moore, 350-plus yards last year. Michael Wilson is back, though. May not be a number 1, but could be a nice number 2. Over 500 yards in his rookie year.
Dobbs, good
Got him
protection
again.
In the end zone.
Got him.
Wilson, the diving catch and a touchdown.
They signed Chris Moore. He was with the Titans last year, 400-plus yards.
47-yard strike.
Cardinals are good at running back. James Conner, 5 yards per carry, over 1,000 yards, only 13 games, too.
The snap turns, gives to Connor running right inside the 5, and Connor's in for the touchdown. What a great start for the Cardinals.
He has a new backup. Cardinals took running back Trey Benson in the 3rd round. Lots of potential with that kid.
Very explosive. There's some big hitter, home run plays.
The O-line, trying to open up holes for them, has a couple new members. Right tackle DJ Humphries gave up a higher than average pressure rate and allowed 7.5 sacks. He's gone.
Now steps straight through the pocket, and he's knocked down.
They signed Jonah Williams, former Bengal, to replace him. They also drafted guard Isaiah Adams in the 3rd round.
He has some power in the run game. You'll see him move people, particularly on down blocks. In pass protection, I thought there were some issues where he sets a little too deep at times.
Left tackle Paris Johnson, their 1st rounder from last year, needs to improve in his year 2. He gave up 9.5 sacks.
Hit and sack back at the 18-yard line.
They need a big boost from their offense this season. They finished 24th in points per game, 19th in yards per game.
Hits him from behind. Ball is out. Recovered by Washington. Fumble recovery. Turnover Commanders.
As bad as Arizona's offense was in 2023, the Cardinals' defense, 31st in points per game allowed, 25th in yards per game allowed. No team worse on 3rd down.
Purdy left roll wide open. Deebo Samuel uncovered.
Arizona was 31st in passer rating allowed, 31st in completion percentage allowed. Only 2 teams gave up more passing touchdowns.
Gino's going to throw right down the seam. Touchdown, Seahawks!
Cornerback Antonio Hamilton, one of the few DBs they had that played quarterbacks well, left town after holding it down to a mid-70s rating.
Cardinals will get it back, Antonio Hamilton.
Cardinals replaced him with Sean Murphy Bunting. He spent last year with the Titans. Sub-90 rating allowed, couple picks.
Intercepted again, this time Murphy Bunting.
The other cornerback spot in the hands of Max Melton.
He's a little bit raw, guys. There's moments you saw at the Michigan game against Roman Wilson, struggle a little bit there. But man, he has got so much ability in his body. He's only going to get better.
Then add some Garrett Williams to the mix. He looked great in his first year. He didn't start playing till week 7, held his targets down to a low 50s rating.
And it is picked off. Garrett Williams comes up with the interception.
Arizona safety Jalen Thompson had 4 INTs last year.
Fields floating it for the end zone, and it's intercepted. Jalen Thompson with the pick.
And his partner, Budda Baker, made the Pro Bowl.
It's time to cash in today. We've been this close. Time to make your impact.
Don't usually make the Pro Bowl, allowing a rate over 130 with no picks, not one pass defensed, and no sacks. Weird Pro Bowl nod. Moving to their front, Arizona only racked up 33 sacks. That was 30th. They were 32nd in QB hits.
Launch right side, over the top, it's cut behind the defense. Brings it in at the 30 of Arizona.
They need a lot more from their 3 primary outside linebackers. B.J. Ojulari, 2nd round pick last year.
Ojulari starting to wreak havoc. They lose
He needs to step up in his year 2, 4 sacks as a rookie. Outside linebacker Dennis Gardeck racked up 6 quarterbacks. He led the team.
In trouble, being chased by Gardeck, and he fumbles the ball.
They moved Zaven Collins to outside linebacker. He was an inside dude. 3.5 sacks in his first go-around from the edge.
Third down, Burrow under pressure, and down he goes. Zaven Collins.
Cardinals gave up 4.7 yards per carry on the ground, only a few teams worse.
Give us to the bus, bounces to the outside, he's to the 5, he's in, touchdown Ravens!
To this end, Arizona overhauled its front 3, all new guys. Got defensive lineman Bilal Nichols, 17-game starter for the Raiders last year. He's a run stuffer.
DeVito spins, and down he goes. Bilal Nichols.
Next to him, Justin Jones, 4.5 sacks, close to 50 tackles for the Bears in 2023.
Strong trying to find room to the edge. Justin Jones and TJ Edwards combined.
Rounding out their front, another first-round pick from this year's draft, defensive end Darius Robinson.
When you watched him this year, he was out on the edge and he flourished. Previously, he'd been inside.
Kaiser White was probably Arizona's best defender last year. Played the pass well, had 90 tackles and a couple sacks.
Rolling out to the right. Being chased by Kaiser White, and he just held on to it.
He played alongside Chris Barnes and Josh Woods. Kicking duties, Matt Prater held him down last year, 28 of 33, long of 62, 22 for 23 on extra points.
See if Prater's still got it in him. From 62, a line drive. Whoa, he hit it!
So the broad overview, Cardinals offense should have more firepower. A full year of Murray is an upgrade at the QB spot. Harrison Jr. lives up to the hype. He's an upgrade over Hollywood. They expect better play from their O-line, specifically the left side. They plan to slide Johnson over there, and Williams takes over at right tackle. Adams comes on board, as does Evan Brown, who was with Seattle last year. Front 7, defensive side, more expected bumps in production. Jones and Robinson should bring more to the table than the likes of Ledbetter and Fotu. On the back end, 2 changes, however you want to stamp it. Bottom line, Hamilton left on a really strong note. Wilson did not. Bunting Murphy's a solid dude. Melton, a second rounder with promise. The case for them coming up short of 7 wins, it's a QB with only 1 winning season in 5 years. It's a rookie wide receiver who could see a lot of double teams.
Thank you for coming. Appreciate y'all.
Look at their schedule to find their floor. This is the pessimistic view. If Arizona has a 6 to 7 win type roster, win against Washington, who's a 6.5er, then look at the run of games they have. 8 straight against teams with higher expectations. Give them late wins against Minnesota on the road, a home win versus Seattle, who's their off-season equal in theory. New England is supposed to be a bottom dweller. Carolina, not much better. 5 wins, then, is our Arizona floor, driven by their schedule, which has them in the theoretical underdog role in 11 of 17 games.
Oh, we blocked you once.
Case for 7+ dubs. Their lineup is better on both sides of the ball. To find the ceiling, let's make the conservative argument that they're a 9-win roster.
And it's a touchdown!
Now they take the Rams at home. They take care of the Chargers at home. Chicago can be had in the nest, and if they're feisty like that, take the last game of the year versus San Francisco, 9-8 as the apex, which would be a 5-win improvement. Game preview guy guess, I'll guess 7 wins, a slight bump up, but their schedule isn't an easy one for a team coming off 4 wins.
It's time to cash in today.